was working with this very talented young leader. He was a part of a global organization, and we were grooming him to lead the Indian part of the business the next few years. We were also building his brand and presence so that he is acceptable globally with the various leadership around the world. This was my first session with him, and after initial greetings, I asked the first question, why does he need to come to the office the next week? And he looked at me puzzled, almost saying, what kind of question is that? But he responded saying he's very busy, he's got a lot of activities to do, he's got many customer deliverables, he's got a lot of proposals to go out, he's got many review meetings, and so on and so forth. He also added with a sense of pride that he has very busy schedules and his calendars are usually blocked way ahead, months ahead. I acknowledged that he is very busy and is also very organized, but that didn't stop me probing further. I then probed saying, how does it matter whether these activities are done or not? And I think he immediately was showing a sense of irritation. But again, he responded, saying that's a part of his job. He is responsible for a lot of outcomes. That is a part of his job. He is responsible to get many targets in place. It's part of his job to ensure the company is running smoothly. I still probed. I asked, how does doing these activities help him to take his company where it needs to be 1 year from now? And how does doing these activities help him to grow into the leader he needs to be to take his company forward? And for the first time, I probably got across to him, and he leaned back in reflections, saying, you know what, I'm so lost in my transactions, I'm so lost in doing my activities, that I never sit back, pause, and reflect whether these activities are taking me and my company where they need to be. And again, he acknowledged that perhaps this is something very important he needs to do. He needs to even understand where the company should be a year from now and where he should be as a leader in a few years from now. Does this ring a bell? Most of us go about our daily activities, being very busy week after week, month after month, with no clarity of where we are heading. We are always lost in getting things done, very busy running in our daily grind. Pausing and reflecting is a very powerful tool. Pausing and asking these ordinary questions. Why am I going to the office? Why am I doing whatever I'm doing? Why am I going to college? Is a very, very important aspect to help us to reflect and also to bring the profound change we are all capable of. Continuing on the story of this leader, he started doing this reflection, having a better clarity of where he's taking his company, having a better clarity of where he should be, and therefore he was performing his activities with this bigger picture in mind. He is now growing into be a better leader. He is now taking his company forward. He is able to balance effectively between current period demands and also working on growth engines. I currently work with a very young leader, a leader with exceptional educational backgrounds, a leader with very, very good ideas of how to transform his organization, a leader who is very enthusiastic to contribute and perform. But like many young leaders, he is self-conscious. He is worried if he will come across as not very experienced, he is worried if he will come across as somebody who is immature and therefore is always lost in this conflict of contributing and being worried about how he's going to be perceived. This is also bothering him so much. He's all the time overwhelmed by these thoughts that he may come across as immature, he may come across as somebody who's not experienced. We are working on him through a very, very simple question. He will ask himself if he is being sincere. Are you being sincere? So at the end of every meeting, at the end of every activity, he sits back and reflects if he was sincere. He was sincere to the problem, or was he sincere to the perception he wants to project to the others? I think this process is helping him to become aware of the shortcomings which are the root cause for him not being sincere, for him not being able to contribute. This is helping him to address his root cause of not having confidence in his own abilities. This is helping him to address this extreme need for approval. By keeping track and asking this question, are you being sincere? This is helping him to become aware of his own contributions, and I think he's making steady progress of participating, giving 100% to things in front of him, giving a lot of value back to his company. He has a long way to go, but I'm sure he will grow into a very, very effective leader. All of us, again, need to probably ask this question, are we sincere? Are we giving 100% to the issue in front of us, or are we giving 100% to what we want to be perceived as? Is this different for senior leaders? Is this different for somebody who's very accomplished? I work, again, with somebody who's very senior, very accomplished, and we all realize that as we grow and become more seasoned, we have our own concepts, we have our own brand to protect, we have our own perspectives to protect. So therefore, when we come and work and our contributions are probably colored by protection of our brand, colored by protection of our perspectives, and many times we probably are not sincere to the problem in front of us. The leader I work with, we take every month stock of the decisions he's made, stock of the contributions he's making, and we reflect if while doing that, has he been sincere? Was he open to the possibilities of better solutions? Was he open to inputs from others? This profound reflections through this very simple, ordinary question is bringing big change the way he works, big change to the way he's contributing back to this company, and big change in him enabling others to contribute for the betterment of his company. Shifting to a very different perspective, I had this opportunity to work with a very, very experienced and very, very accomplished technology leader. If some of you heard my podcast, probably part of the story was shared in that podcast. He comes from an excellent pedigree, best of the schools, had great track record of delivering technology solutions, and as a part of his growth, he became managing large number of people. He became part of an organization where he is managing them. And his focus shifted from technology solutions to managing deliverables. His focus shifted from technology solution to ensuring financials are going well. His focus shifted to ensuring his team's utilization is better. In one of our conversations, he came excitedly saying that his team has won a large job from a Fortune 500 company. This was a bespoke development of a customer engagement, customer management solution. Just out of curiosity, I asked him, why has this company chosen to develop this solution in a bespoke way rather than buying something off shelf? This leader shrugged his shoulders, saying he's not aware. Why did they make a choice of going for a bespoke solution? I then further probed, saying, is your solution going to provide better functionalities, better features than what is available with something off shelf? He again feigned ignorance, saying he's not aware of what is available off shelf. He's not even aware whether the functionalities, features are the best of what he's delivering. In this process of reflection, we discover that his sense of curiosity had died. We are so much lost in getting things in front of us done. We are not sitting back and asking, what is this job in front of us? Why has this come to us? How can we do things better? Can we contribute better inputs? Of course, this series of reflections helped this leader to go back to his team, go back and work and probe into every project they were doing, saying, why are they doing this project in first place? What else is available off shelf? What can they contribute to it? And this has brought in a new sense of enthusiasm, a new sense of excitement among the team, and their ability to contribute has gone up by leaps and bounds. Many of them are now growing to be sounding boards to their companies. Shifting to a very different story, in the recent past, like many of you here, youngsters, I had an opportunity to talk to many good youngsters from a multinational company. They were all from a very good educational background. They had very good families to fall back upon. They were being paid extremely well. They were being looked after by their company very well. Yet, all of them felt that their contributions are not properly recognized. All of them felt that their carpet under the feet would be pulled off any time. They were not confident about their future. In contrast, I met professionals from social sector. These people had a good educational background, but were not making good income. They didn't have good families to fall back upon. These youngsters were very sure about their future, absolutely excited and looking forward to it. What's the difference between these two set of youngsters? The first ones are waking up saying, the second ones, if I can shift to, are waking up saying, who needs me today? What can I make better? How can I make the world better? How can I get a farmer's better income? How can I get women employed more? I think they had a purpose for which they are waking up. The first set of people were waking up saying, what do I need from the world? This is the contrast, and depending on which side of this question you are on, am I waking up to say, who needs me versus what do I need from the world? Brings big contrast in your ability to contribute, big contrast in your ability to grow into your full potential. Ask these ordinary questions again and again to yourself. Extending this to a corporate environment, to a startup environment, I had this opportunity to reflect with a startup leader whose startup is now beginning to grow into next level. And we had these reflections around trade-offs between working for valuations versus working for building a long-term institution. And he came with a statement, and I love what he coined, saying, am I working for the company or is the company working for me? And depending on which side of this question you are, your ability to contribute, your ability to shape the market, your ability to procreate a long-term institution varies. Ask these questions to yourself. Ask these questions to yourself, saying, am I waking up saying who needs me versus am I waking up saying what do I need for the world? Am I working for the company, or is the company working for me? I would promise that you would probably unleash extraordinary potentials. I had this opportunity to work in my lifetime with so many talented youngsters, many and maybe very seasoned professionals as well. Many of them probably fell the wayside, lost in their grind, not realizing their full potential. Many of them perhaps could have contributed more, but were so busy running their day-to-day activities. But those who started asking these questions, these very, very ordinary questions, saying, why do I need to go to the office next week? How does it matter what I am doing? To those who are saying, where do I take my company to? Where will my leadership grow into? Those who constantly, every day, reflect, have I been sincere? Have I contributed fully? Have I been true to the problem in front of me? Or have I been true to my perception? And those who are rekindled this sense of curiosity, saying, what can I do better? What can I contribute better? How can I do better? And those who ask, am I working for the company? Or is the company working for me? And those who are saying, am I waking up for myself? Or am I waking up saying, who needs me? Have made tremendous leaps in their ability to unleash their full potential and transform themselves. These are ordinary questions, but will bring profound reflections and great transformations to your lives. I urge each one of you to ask these questions to yourself. Ask these very simple, ordinary questions, and I promise that you will unleash your full potential. You may need a professional help, you might need a mentor. Please do go and get one. But don't stop asking these questions. And I believe you all have great opportunity to unleash your potential. Thank you so much.